What is going on, people of YouTube? Now, this is going to be a bit of a messed up video of Mid-Table Clash. But welcome to Mid-Table Clash, another episode. Last episode, we had to go through a meeting to discuss the performance itself. But we've gone back to tactics that we're doing on the Sheffield Wednesday save, which is going okay at the moment. I won't spoil anything. We've got another 2 episodes coming out, hopefully soon or around the time this episode will be released. But basically, it's a bit of a mismatch episode. I'm going to be going over some of the highlights for the game, because right when I'm about to record, my pizza's been delivered. So I'm just going to holiday for everyone. If I get back for any of the games, then I'll be doing a live com for them. But if not, then I'll be just talking over the highlights and what I saw happen. I'll try not to see the score, but I think it'll be pretty much impossible for me to not see the score. Basically, I'm going to be talking over a few highlights. Sorry about this, but pizza is more important to me than recording. I'm just going to chuck it out there. But hopefully you enjoy the highlights and or any live comms I do. Thank you guys for watching, and peace. What is going on again, people of YouTube? Welcome back. I've only missed one game, luckily. Ate the pizza pretty quick. Didn't really progress, and the fact there's an international break but after the first game helped a lot. So basically, I'll run you through a quick update in case you closed your eyes through the the review of how it went. I drew 1-1 with Bournemouth. That result isn't that good. I have scored though, so that's positive. However, that is now no wins in 8. And, only 2 points from the last 7 Premier League games, which has led to a little article saying, somewhere down here, I'm not sure where, actually. Why am I consistently going up? Well, let's see. There we go. Sack looms over Stoke boss. Stoke's the hierarchy appear to be finally losing patience with manager Juan Onjibola, declaring that a bad result against Chelsea in the forthcoming Premier League match could seal his fate. So, usually, I would say the fact that we've got Swansea and Crystal Palace playing against each other, two teams managed by human managers, that is the biggest game of this week. But it's been overshadowed by the fact that I could be the first person to get sacked, and the fact I need a result against Chelsea really isn't good. I've kept this one on. No wonder it wasn't done well. But basically, what I've done is I'm going back to my old school tactic. That is really made... Oops. Don't know what I just did. But that has made it really out of place. But basically, as I'm putting them in order, what I'm going back to is the formation that is working for me in the Sheffield Wednesday save. It's still fluid. Everything's still known fantastically well. It's just a matter of getting it there, in my eyes. Actually, as a matter of fact, we have to do that. There we go. We will move these two over. I can't even play Van Ginkel, this isn't good. So I'm going to take Sheridan Shaqiri off. We'll bring in a little bit of Marko Arnautovic, seems to be doing alright. Afellay is going to come in for Maman Beram Diouf. We're going to get Charlie Adam off for Bojan. Bring Peter Crouch onto the bench. Besic apparently played, so we'll give Besic a run out for the slightly knackered Kouyaté. Van Ginkel is going to come off. We're going to play Charlie Adam. We'll get... a bench performance for Cheku Kouyaté. It's looking alright-ish now. Is quite weak actually, but we haven't really got a choice. Van Ginkel's out and we've got no one else to play. As far as Ryan Shawcross injured, he could be coming back. Jeff Cameron could be coming back, so he'll be coming on for Phil Bardsley. And as far as teams go, this could be my last ever team as Sheffield Wednesday boss, as Stoke City boss. So hopefully you all enjoy. Let's jump into the action. Chance for the throw-in here. Fabregas cuts out Glenn Johnson's throw-in, the fantastic number 8 himself. Now Costa has it on the halfway line, finds his supporting striker Berahino, who plays in a wide ball. No one is marking Willian on the right-hand side, and Butland makes sure he gets his body in the way, forces a corner. Here is Ramirez down the right-hand side, it blocks. Now Otto can put the ball in. Oh, great save from Hazard's shot. We're under some deep pressure already. Maybe deploying that holding midfielder role doesn't seem like a bad choice, but Joselu could have a chance, and Kurtyoy covers well. So here we go. We've got the ball playing around in our defence. It's not where I want to have it. We have deployed a more defensive role for Besic. The ball is played over. Otto can intercept it. Now they're straight onto the counter-attack. Fabregas finding Eden Hazard down the left-hand side. He still has it. It's 1-0 Chelsea. We're almost half an hour and we still haven't had a shot. They've just had their 10th and it's gone in the back of the net. And we're in real trouble. Got a throw in here. Time for Bojan to run in. He's got a chance here. He goes down. Should have really just tried to knock the ball in there. Played for a penalty, didn't get it. And now Berahino launches the ball wide and Hazard is again in acres of space. Glenn Johnson needs to pick him up. As Hazard shoots, Butland saves it off the post the second time. Managed to just about claw it away. Nervy moments. Here's Arnautovic on the ball. Takes it past Raman and Raman's fouled him. He's on a yellow card. We could have just had a line in this game. Raman's on a yellow. That's a silly tackle to give. He's down to 10 men. What a chance we have in this game as we go into half-time. Chelsea haven't let us have a shot yet. So we need to maybe attack them. We'll go on to control in the second half, I think. Can't go too into it because we've had a few red cards against us this season. However, we haven't capitalised on it. We actually lost when we played against Joe with it. So hopefully a better second half. It's rightly so that Glenn Johnson's in such a poor rating, but you know we could get a bit of a lifeline and hopefully a point from this game now. Got a free kick here. Adam puts it into Joselu. Joselu back to Adam. We cannot lose the ball. We have to get the ball up the pitch if we're going to lose it. Ball goes over the top. Joselu's there. We have the goal. Inside the first 5 minutes, we get our first shot on target and we have our first goal. The ball is just pretty much what I like to see. Stoke, long ball up to the area. Joselu knocks it in. It's 1-1. I have another highlight though before I stop talking as Ramirez has the ball deep inside the Chelsea half back into Cahill. I'm so glad we got a goal now because at least now we can maybe get a foothold into this game as the Afellay is tackled. Hinteregger tackles again, but ball goes into Zuma, who I'm assuming it came on for someone. And Willian's charging through here. Butland gets in the way again. He's proven to be a vital player. 16 shots now. We can't afford to concede another goal. Here is Chelsea coming hard forward again. Fabregas into Otto, who's I'm assuming is filling in left back. Fabregas again whips the ball in. Costa was there. Hinteregger's fouled him. There was nothing wrong with that, ref. But we've conceded the penalty somehow. Not quite sure what we did wrong, but we could be going 2-1 down again, and this could be the end. As we haven't really capitalised from that first chance. Hazard puts it in. He doesn't miss on Football Manager. He's one of those players that just does not do anything wrong. And we're 2-1 down again, which is worrying times. There we have it. Full time. And that could be the last Stoke City performance I will have seen. There's a lot of positives from it. I feel like attacking wise we were better. Again, we scored again. That was good. But we were poor in defence again, and they constantly battered us with the diagonal ball into Hazard, who Glenn Johnson did not keep. How he's ended up 7.0, I don't know, because all the dangerous attacks came through the diagonal ball towards Hazard. And if this is the last game, and I am sacked, then the attack I couldn't be prouder of. The defence, it's where it's let me down. But let's go and see if I have been sacked. So here we go. As you see, the final scores are in. I lost 2-1 to Chelsea. Another 2-1 loss in J&O's game. He lost 2-1 away from home against another big team, Manchester United. And surprisingly, Swansea picked up a win against Joe's Crystal Palace. I think there's a bit of a tinker in there. But all we've got to do is press continue. Are we still in a job or have we been sacked? Any minute now. Any minute now. I'll pray if I have to. I never pray. We've still got a job. Get in there. Result. That's what I like to see. Obviously, I thought Chelsea wasn't a good enough game to say, of course, we're going to lose against Chelsea. So hopefully we can get it in the next game. I'll see you there. And welcome back, everyone, to the last game. Not confident. Well, I've seen my face is looking extremely low, probably because the screen is filled up with redness as I'm Stoke City. But we're looking probably our last game if we don't get a win, because Chelsea one you can accept. Stoke versus Chelsea. Chelsea are favourites. Stoke versus West Ham, you've got to be picking up points from this game. As reported, Glenn Whelan and Ryan Shawcross have failed fitness tests, so they can't be used. I can use them at my own risk, and I don't plan on risking it, even with the fact that I'm performing, like I'm playing football with dog meat on the pitch. And that's not very good. Not very good at footballing. But we've got to make a few changes. I feel like, the midfield, Besic did have a decent-ish game, but he'll probably come out. We're bringing on the best midfield we can. So Van Ginkel's back. We're looking at Kurtyoy's back. He's on a yellow card. He's got to get a yellow card at some point. It's Checker Kurtyoy, for God's sake. And we are going to leave Bojan on, but we are going to take our actually, no, he'd had a decent game, though. 6.8. We're going to take Arnautovic off for Xherdan Shaqiri. We've got to start playing him in the wide positions where he is going to be good. And we are at home, so we're going to have to try and attack. I'm not sure. I do want to bring in another centre-back. I do want to maybe bring in Mark Wilson or Jeff Cameron. Or actually Philip Wolfschild. Actually, I'm going to bring in Wolfschild. About time we started playing the strongest team we can. Just accidentally threw my mouse on the ground. That is the team we are going with. Let's jump straight into what could be our last game as Stoke City boss. Kurtyoy has the ball. Spreads it into Johnson, who has to make sure he keeps his man today, because he was shocking at it when it came against Chelsea, and Eden Hazard, who tore us a new one, as Van Ginkel finds Afellay on the left-hand side, swings the ball in, and the connection is there once again. Just about 10 minutes on the clock. Afellay finds Joselu, and it's a goal. I feel like right at the start of the season again. Fantastic to see. Well, pretty much nothing has happened in this half. We had the goal. One or two chances. They've had better of the shots, but we are 1-0 up. That is all that matters. Hopefully in the second half we can maybe grab 1 or 2 more goals and seal our first victory in what seems like about 7 years. I've got a corner here. Shaqiri to whip it in. It's headed in towards goal. It goes in. I'm not sure who put it in there. Philip Wolfschild. I decided to put him in last minute for Anthony Kelly. He's repaid that. We're 2-0 up, but we are right on top of this second half. Here is Noble, who's picked up an injury. Valencia can try and run through here, but Hinteregger does well to come back and take the ball. He's been a decent player for us so far. The ball played through. Now Bojan has it on the halfway line, gives the ball away, and Cresswell launches it long to find Valencia, who puts in a nice finish. And this could be a tight game now. Could be game on. We could be in a bit of trouble. This is worrying. It's Kurtyoy. Joselu now has the ball. Bojan, and back into Kurtyoy, plays it back into Bojan, who plays it back into Hinteregger. Kurtyoy has the ball as well, spreads it, can't find anyone but wins the ball back nonetheless. Joselu putting in Abraham Afellay, it goes in, it bounces outside the goal again, but Joselu, matching with Afellay, grabs another goal. The connection is well and truly rekindled. And now they've got a chance here. Antonio putting into the centre towards Powell. Valencia's played through. Again, a great stop by Jack Butland. What a season he's having so far. Right, later on in the second half, Antonio puts it in towards Powell. Fantastic save again from Butland, who has saved us in many games and has saved us in this game as well. Johnson puts the ball in, headed away by Van Ginkel. Hallelujah, we have a win finally. We have waited a good 2-3 episodes, including this one, for this win. Undoubtedly, Butland gets man of the match, 9.1 rating. We have scored goals as well. What a game week, what a week in general, what a episode in general. We scored in all 3 games. We actually drew 1, lost 1 and won 1. So that's not a bad episode for me. But, without further ado, let's get into the call.
You alright guys, it's Kev Gun Tom here.
Oh, he's been waiting to do that.
I may as well just continue. What is going on, people of YouTube? My name is Johan Goodbye, misses penalties in big games against Manchester United away from home. And this is the part of the episode where we just talk about what has gone on. And seeing as I don't want to put myself up big-headed, I felt like I had the biggest episode until I found out also Dave had the biggest episode, so I'm going to start with Joe. How did your episode go?
How did my episode go? Well, I'd say, solid point against United. I did deserve to win, but I have a retard in my central midfield position and misses penalties.
Did you have a penalty?
I did, as a matter of fact.
Did you score the penalty?
No, as a matter of fact, I didn't.
It's not good.
No, it's not. But it's good. I don't care. Then I played against Dave. I was looking to get my third head on that stake that's just waiting for him. But I actually decided to give him a win because I thought it was a bit harsh for me to get all of the heads on the stakes at the start of the season. So I'm going to wait until the reverse fixture when I'm at home. And then I played Arsenal and I deserved to win 8-0, but I lost 2-0.
Well, fair enough, and I'll leave the best until last. I thought the most eventful, but also probably the best episodes fell to J&O. How did your episode go?
Well, I'd like to think the best episode is always my episode. But it seemed to be going swimmingly against Aston Villa. 3-0 win. Nice. Man United picked up the first goal in our game, and it was because of an Ashley Young dive.
Ooh.
At least Football Manager is getting some realism in the game. We managed to pull it back to 1-1, and then a suspect decision by the referee allowed them to score another goal when it should have been offside. Then McManaman got sent off, and at the end of the game, I looked at the little box at the bottom left, and it said, Michael Oliver will probably be hated by the away fans because he decided to give nearly all the decisions to the home team. So I officially hate Michael Oliver, and I reckon I would have got 9 points if it wasn't for him. Then we went to have a game at home against Newcastle, and we went 1-0 down at the beginning, and I was like, Michael Oliver has completely destroyed the morale of my team. But then we went 3-1 up. Jakob picked up a knock. I thought, okay, better take him off. Put Ziccolini in, and then we literally had to hold on to get a victory as Newcastle tried to fight back. Taking off Jakob seemed to be a really bad decision, but we still picked up the 3-2 win. And fortunately, that meant I stay at the top out of the four of us, and I'm now 9th, so top half of the table.
So J&O's the latest person to move into that top spot of that. It seems to change every single episode.
I've had it 2 episodes in a row just for the record.
I had it for multiple episodes. I'm just putting that out.
I'm coming for that record, Joe. I'm coming for that record.
And, lastly before we move on to myself, we've got Swansea City and Dave, who this episode went pretty well for you, but it could have gone somewhere different, I hear.
Yeah, start of the episode, I had a message in the inbox, and they wanted a meeting after the loss against Leicester. I think it was 4 losses on the bounce, and we haven't had a good run at all. And I thought, I'm going to get sacked here. But I said it was a bad game, and Leicester were too good. And Leicester were. We understand that. I was like, all right then. Then 2 days later, I had another inbox saying they're disappointed with the squad harmony. They want another meeting. I thought twice in a row they're going to sack me now, surely. And then they were saying, okay, we trust you to build the happiness up again. I was like, oh, okay then. And I thought I'd do a J&O on it. I'd swap my tactic around, and it seemed to work wonders. Beat Norwich 4-1, I think it was.
Yeah.
A really strong performance there. Early goals, just took our chances, really. Gomez and Adair working up top well together. Second game, played Joe. But it was really even, to be fair, first half. He came into it a lot more as the half went on. Swapped to control from attack to control at half time and grabbed the 2 goals against him. Then he grabbed that late consolation, which I was a bit angry about because I wanted a clean sheet. But either way, it was 3 points. And went into last game against Watford, hoping that I'd get 9 points out of 9. And they just used their pace on the wings. Montero and Ibarbo. Ibarbo could have scored 4 in the first 10 minutes, but he decided to leave it just after half time, and Watford just held on for the victory. So a bit frustrating not to get the 9 points, but got 6 out of a possible 9. It's a really strong episode either way.
I think the fact that Montero is an ex-Swansea player, maybe.
Player I sold as well, yeah. So.
Yeah, sold this season. Lastly, going on to myself, as you may have seen at the end of the last episode, I had to have a meeting because I hadn't scored in 4 games. I hadn't won in 7 games. And that continued as I drew 1-1 with... Actually, I scored against Bournemouth, which I was surprised about, but I wasn't there for that game. I was eating pizza. But I drew that game 1-1.
And they wonder why your results have gone the way they have.
Ojibola claims holy pizza came down from above and helped him.
You sound like a reverse Ranieri or something.
I'm going to find this... I'm going to find some Italian assistant manager or coach called with a second name Pizza. Just an assistant manager.
You need to sign ex-Wolves player George Margarita.
Just get loads of toppings just as your backroom staff.
Like pepperoni or something like that.
Just some like pepperoni, get onion in there a lot. But I lost 2-1 against Chelsea. I blame Glenn Johnson for that because every single time Chelsea picked up the ball, whoever was on the pitch, launched it towards Eden Hazard, just over the top, diagonal ball, anywhere towards Hazard, and he abused us. Grabbed 2 goals, one from the spot. Johnson currently somehow got a 7.0. So I docked 4 weeks away. Well, I would have if it would have given me the option. Went into West Ham thinking if I don't win here, then this must be it because I can't not win in 10 games, and keep my job. But I won. Hosselu and Afellay managing to rekindle their connection, assisting each other, and then Philip Vorscheld, I don't know how he put it in, but he somehow scored a goal to make it 3-1. And I move on, hopefully looking to build on that and get some more wins on there. And as far as the table is concerned, J&O is the only person sitting on the top half of the table, so it's not mid-table clash, it's mid/relegation table bash. As we...
Bash.
Whoa, this has taken a turn.
I don't care.
Awkward.
I have nothing to say.
Alright then, Mourinho.
But I think I moved up the table a bit. J&O is, of course, is still moving up, and then you've got Swansea moving up, then you've got Palace, who aren't doing that well at the moment.
Look, we've hit a bit of bad form, and we needed to sign
a new central defender.
So, I did just that. And, next episode I'm going to have a serious look at my team and completely change my tactics. Because I need to stop being so... I've forgotten the word.
Shit.
Yeah, no, that's...
I'm glad you did that, Kurt. I was on the point.
I can't be bothered to think what the word is.
Well, thank you for that input. Anyway, on to what we're
Naive!
On to what we're doing next episode. I've got 3 games. I've got Southampton at home. Hopefully we're looking to get 3 points against them. Then I've got Villa at home. We'll be looking, if I don't get 3 points against them, then I'll be worried because they're in 19th and basically playing like Palace at the moment, which is awful. Then I've got a away game against Liverpool to end off. Tough game at midweek, but if we're edging closer towards the January transfer window, which I've got to abuse this time round. So not much to say about that. Hopefully, if I get 9 points, I'll be happy. Then we move on to Crystal Palace, who I'm thinking, because you've got a Capital One Cup game show.
Yeah, I have Chelsea first.
I feel like I'll just let you play at some point, and just because no one else has got a game between then, don't mind.
Thanks, Kurt. I mean, I was looking forward to playing Football Manager one day. I've got
come on and just play
Chelsea,
the game and see if you win.
I might win. I've got to play Vardy, so I'm going to lose that game.
Yeah, you got Leicester next.
Then I got Watford, and then I got Norwich. So these are all games that if I don't win, I'm going to be hanging in my resignation. Especially if the moustache goes. # keep the moustache.
Well, you should be looking to get some wins, especially as you beat Norwich in the previous round of the Capital One Cup. So not to put any pressure on you, but you definitely need to win that one. Moving on to Swansea, and Dave has a party. He's got away game against Everton, away game against Sunderland, and a huge home game against the informed team out of the 4 of us, J&O's West Brom. What are your thoughts on that one?
Out of the 3 games, I think I'll be happy to get 4 points. I think I'll get a win against Sunderland. They're struggling, they're down 17th. But out of Everton and J&O, I reckon I get a point out of either of those. I mean, if I could surprise myself and get more, then I'd be very happy with that. But I think it depends how J&O's team turn up. I think sometimes, he's performing so well against the bigger teams. Sometimes it can take a little team maybe to knock him back into reality. But I don't know if it'll be me on that certain day. And I think we may struggle against Everton, especially as we're away from home. But 4 points out of those 3 games, I think I'd take it, to be honest.
Perfectly respectable response. Then we move on to J&O, who, as you know, last game of the episode, he's got Swansea. Second to last or middle game, you've got Jamie Vardy, so don't chat shit, otherwise you will get banged. And then you've got a tough game against the league leaders, currently Arsenal. You have got them at home though. Your thoughts on those 3 games?
I really want to chat shit. But I know what happens when people do that.
So I'll do it. It's all good. Jamie Vardy's shit. So I'm now gonna concede 3 goals just by Jamie Vardy, and I'll celebrate that.
I'll be honest. I'm gonna look for around 4 points as well. I am facing the league leaders. We know my record against people or actual players in this episode is a bit up and down. Managed to beat you, Kurt, but then got annihilated by Joe. So I don't know what to expect in that game. And yeah, Leicester, they're not actually that high up in the table, but you never know what Leicester's going to turn up. So I'll be happy with 4 points.
Perfectly respectable again. And that is that for this episode. Hopefully you all enjoyed. I'm glad that neither me and Dave got sacked, because that would have been bad that we got sacked, at the end of November. And this has still got a good 6 months to go in this season. But thank you guys for watching nonetheless. Remember to like everyone's videos, watch everyone's videos. Their channels will be in the description of every single video. Hopefully Joe will actually upload when everyone else uploads this week.
Oh, it's been said.
Look, I had a decent excuse.
You didn't tell me.
I saw it pop up on Twitter.
Yeah.
Gingy X has uploaded Mid-Table Clash episode 5. I was like, what? We uploaded that like last week?
Yeah.
I thought I'd missed the recording. I thought you guys recorded without me.
Nah.
I left
sold
my
all his best
headset.
players to me. Decided it.
I left my headset at home, so I couldn't record my voice. So I couldn't do certain parts of the episode that I didn't do because I'm lazy. I'm usually playing Fallout, which I was doing again today. So
Coming soon to Gingy X's channel, Fallout.
yeah. So make sure you guys, if you stick around, wait a few days before you check out my channel, because it'll be on 7 weeks after theirs.
He's a terrible person. But thank you guys for watching.
I haven't unleashed the preview yet of the Mid-Table Clash.
God, you even interrupt like Kurt's signing out.
John did it for the past 3 minutes, and then we started with Fallout. I thought, what's he got to do? Where do we get into Fallout? But nevertheless, guys, thank you all for watching. Any final words, everyone? But peace from me. I'll see you all later.
Bye, guys.
See ya.
I'm not saying bye.
For God's sake.
He'll say in 2 weeks.